What's going on, everybody? It's Lucid, and I have a quick review for you guys. So you guys can see in the title, we have the Iron Lung movie, new release that just dropped, produced by Markiplier. For those of you who don't know Markiplier, you might be living under a rock, but he's a very well-known YouTuber, very nice guy, makes amazing content. Now, Iron Lung, in case you don't know what Iron Lung is it was a simple little indie horror game, very simple, like as simple as it could get, where you take the role of a submarine. You're in the submarine. You're a crook. You're an inmate, whatever you want to label yourself as. That was you, and you're locked in there as a prisoner to go explore certain coordinates given to you by, I guess, your superiors in a way. You're kind of helpless, so you kind of got to do what they say, and they want you to travel around underwater, going to these coordinates. And as you reach each coordinate, you will take a picture. That's one of the key features of the submarine. The main features of the submarine is direction. You get to like point at which direction you would like to go at, forward and backwards, stuff like that, to reach the coordinates, which are provided to you on the map. And with that in mind, the other feature is a camera, and then in the movie, there's something different, but I'll get into that later. So that's just some basic knowledge, and after you complete everything at the end, in the game, you come across an eye, you take a picture of it, and that's kinda like, that's your ending. You run across a god. Now let's go ahead and go into the Iron Lung movie, now that you have some context. So the Iron Lung movie starts off with, Markiplier as our lead actor. By the way, I do wanna compliment one thing first that has been on my mind, and something I would like to talk about is that the voice acting of this movie was exceptional. One of my favorites easily by far. You could tell that there was a lot of passion and a lot of, just a lot of passion. You could really tell everything felt very real. It was very nice of an experience. And yeah, you get to experience the 80,000 gallons of blood. In case you didn't know, that's the record for most used in a movie. Well, fake blood. I don't know where you would get real blood that much. And yeah, so we take place literally the whole movie, and I don't know. Maybe this doesn't apply to everybody, depending on if you like a change of scenery, but we're gonna be taking place in our submarine throughout the whole movie, the whole time, and we're gonna be in there the whole time. But it's not a bad thing. It's not exactly a bad thing. He finds a way to make it very entertaining. It's more of a psychological and suspense horror with the in terms of buildups, and it's not like you're fighting monsters or there's like a specimen like under the bed or anything like that. It's nothing too crazy, but rather you see things. So as I discussed, we're in the submarine. We're going back and forth between coordinates. By the way, our girl superior, she's the one that kind of like guides us and tells us we're mainly in the submarine to get freedom by going to these coordinates, because I mean it's horrifying. After like I believe the second or third stop, when we take the usual picture at the destination, we finally come across like a giant fish or something. No, they're labeled as aliens in the movie. So let me use the correct terminology, but they're giant aliens. And with the aliens, we're taking pictures, and you're like, at first it looks like a skeleton, alien fish, something along those lines, and then you realize, they're moving, they're alive, and Markiplier experiences it by the ship, like, flips upside down, it starts going crazy, it starts going nuts, and he's getting banged up and stuff like that. Very great movie. I don't wanna spoil it too much for you, I'm just kinda giving you some basic context. You will be in place in the submarine the whole time, so don't think we're leaving the ship anytime soon. At the end, there kind of is something like that, but I'm not here to spoil it, so this is, your friendly tip for no spoilers. I'm just kind of feeding into you what you should be looking forward to if you do go watch this movie. I honestly think, considering that the game isn't the most interesting. I'm gonna be straight honest with you. It isn't the most interesting. You could watch his game. You could watch gameplay from anybody, but particularly Markiplier, because he's the producer of the movie, would be better to have some direct context with the producer. And he builds up a beautiful story that was originally not part of the game. So he builds up a story that's excellent, very excellent. Gives names, some more backstory. Um, there was one thing that I had a problem with, but I can't quite remember. It's more along the lines of the lore. It was about our main character. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if I remember correctly, our character kind of takes the place as like um, someone that kinda got used by his friends in a way, that's why he ended up being a crook. But then, there's some conflicting information that you get later on throughout the story. This highlights that he kind of is a bad guy. But moving on from that, without like sorry, my monitor's turned off, but Yeah, dude. So a quick summary, if you're asking me if I would recommend if I would recommend it to others, absolutely. I believe if you have, I don't even think you need that much context of the game, although it does help. Um, Kind of just because you know what's gonna happen already. But I definitely recommend checking it out at least once. And then I would like to see what you guys say about it. Great movie, check it out. Markiplier did an excellent job, and yeah, Lucid's out. Have a good one, guys.